Welcome to historic Toronto, Ontario, one of the best wrestling cities in the world, for this ROH YouTube exclusive.
The following contest is a Future of Honor tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring, representing the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Rip Impact. Classic Eric Martin.
Toronto, you see nothing.
And number one, Brian Johnson.
Well, my name is Joe Dombrowski, coming your way from Toronto, Ontario. That man's name is number one, Brian Johnson. And if you wanted to know more, I'm sure he's going to tell us a lot.
When Rip Impact, Eric Martin, and number one, Brian Johnson, agreed to come to Canada, we didn't do it for the Tim Hortons and the crappy maple syrup. We only did it for the baby dolls. But unfortunately, when we look out there, all we see is a bunch of fat, losers, and it makes us angry. We're gonna take it out on these losers. You could consider the beatdown we're gonna give similar to what the Philadelphia 76ers are about to do to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So keep your mouth shut and let these baby dolls feast their eyes on the three best guys in Ring of Honor.
Now, I can withstand a lot of scandalous talk here on these Ring of Honor exclusives, but you don't talk down about Tim Hortons. You've crossed the line, Brian. Go to Amy Rose. I'm back.
And their opponents, the team of Ryan Nova, Eli Isom, and Cheeseburger, Shinobi Shadow Squad.
I'll tell you what, Brian Johnson's knowledge of pastries and sports prognostication aside, he's been working hard to try to figure out the formula of how to stop Team 3S, one of the best winning percentages up and down the entire ROH roster. They come into this matchup, from what I understand, what my research has told me, 11-2. And with the level of competition Ring of Honor provides, that is a huge accomplishment for a trio consisting of, let's face it, two gentlemen who are basically still rookies. But you wouldn't know it by the way they carry themselves. You wouldn't know it by the way they perform in that ring. Code of Honor has followed Eric Martin, Rip Impact, the tag team partners of Brian Johnson. And clearly they came in with a strategy. Brian Johnson has opposed 3S before in trios action, but his win-loss record much less stellar. And it's because of maneuvers like that, a three-way mid-ring collision, and now Cheeseburger uses an offensive weapon by his prized proteges. Everybody down as you see the cohesion 3S bring to the table. They want an opportunity at the six-man tag team championships. They're not shy about that. They want Villain Enterprises in the ring. Nice leg sweep by Ryan Nova, the secret weapon in the eyes of many of 3S, but Nova's really been coming out of his shell the past several weeks. And I think we're about to see a breakthrough in the career of Ryan Nova in the weeks to come. Tag into Cheeseburger, certainly the most seasoned of the trio, and the cult favorite. The inverted atomic drop, and Johnson experiencing some tailbone issues, and now Nova and Burger catch Brian up high, 2 count only. From what Johnson told me earlier on this afternoon is that Martin and Impact were kind of charity cases. They begged, they had a friend of a friend, they found their way onto Johnson's team, but when I spoke to the other two, it seemed that they were paid a hefty sum, and it was Johnson that was a bit desperate He gets some allies on his side, but you can stack up the allies as high as you want. Cheeseburger will fight through them, but it's Johnson from behind. Tag into classic Eric Martin, 3-time state champion, playing left tackle in football. He was the strongest offensive lineman in his school, maybe in the state. Nice side slam. Martin is no frills, no nonsense. Takes after the likes of Kurt Angle, Dean Malenko. Knows some great influences as Rip Impact tagged in now. Impact is only going to get 2 that time. Impact's no stranger to Ontario area wrestling fans. Some 15 years he's been in the game. One might describe him as a bit of an unsung hero in the Ontario Independents. One of those guys that fundamentally sound, technically savvy, but maybe doesn't get the headlines and the buzz that he should, as Cheeseburger finding out firsthand what Rip Impact's made of. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker gets 2. Burger was looking for a tag a minute ago, but you can see the veteran instincts of Rip Impact and a double team elbow as Johnson tagged back in 2 count only. As Johnson, who still refers to himself as the #1 seed in the 2019 Top Prospect Tournament, which as of now has not been announced. Martin back in, great chemistry by Johnson and Martin, and just as I say that, they make fools out of me as Cheeseburger a step ahead. Rip Impact tagged in. And Impact, veteran move, he goes for the 3S corner, got rid of Nova, but couldn't get rid of Isom. The Rensselaer, Indiana native from a small-time farm, the bright lights of cities across the world. Release, Northern Lights suplex by Eli Isom. And Brian Johnson crossbody, but Isom rolls with the momentum. Oh, pound for pound, you may be looking at the strongest. In Ring of Honor, the Air Raid Crash connects. Rip Impact is worldly in his own right, but wasn't prepared for the alarm clock of 3S. Cheeseburger is now legal, and there's only one thing left to say. Oh, you sue me! Rip Impact, good night. 3S the victor.
And your winners of the match, the Shinobi Shadow Squad.
Shinobi Shadow Squad would love another piece of Villain Enterprises. Villain Enterprises' first match in ROH was with these 3 young men, but they have grown leaps and bounds since then. Have 3S, maybe the only.
Where is it?
Maybe the only trio as Nova, you heard him asking about a World 6-Man Tag Team Champion opportunity. These may be the only men brave enough to actively want Marty Scurll, Brody King, and certainly PCO in the ring with them. But 3S, show no fear and add to that win column. This has been a Ring of Honor YouTube exclusive. I'm Joe Dombrowski. Thanks for watching.